Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. We're looking at more of the 2011 Fermat paper. In this video, we're going to be looking at question number 18 specifically. A 4x4 square piece of paper is cut into two identical pieces along its diagonal. The resulting triangular pieces are each cut into two identical pieces. These are nice little right angle isosceles triangles, and so you can actually cut them across to make two smaller isosceles right angle triangles, and that's what we've got sort of shown here. Each of these four resulting pieces is cut into two identical pieces, so again, I assume two smaller isosceles right angle triangles. Each of the 8 new pieces is then cut again into two identical pieces, so they just keep going, making smaller and smaller isosceles right angle triangles. The length of the longest edge of one of these final 16 pieces of paper is... All right, well, let's take a look at the longest edges and sort of keep track of them. Now, when we start with the square, we don't really have a longest edge, but the first time we do a cut, we get two of these right angle triangles. We've got 4 and 4, and you can use the Pythagorean theorem. 4 squared plus 4 squared is 32. Square root of 32 is also written 4 root 2. It's a very nice relationship that if you have an isosceles or right angle triangle, and you know one of the legs, you can figure out the hypotenuse pretty quickly. Or if you know the hypotenuse, just divide by root 2, and you can get the two legs. So after one cut, the longest side is this hypotenuse, so 4 root 2. But then we come along, and for our second cut, we cut make two smaller isosceles right angle triangles. Now the right angle is here. Now these were 4, and they used to be the legs, but now they've become the hypotenuse. And we can actually divide by root 2. We get 2 root 2 and 2 root 2 as the legs. Now 4 is the longest side. I'm going to guess that as we continue to cut, and our next cut will be along here, that we'll just keep dividing by root 2. That would be my guess. If we do that, what do we get? We'll get two smaller isosceles right angle triangles. Now this 2 root 2 becomes the hypotenuse. And dividing by root 2 again, we can get 2's here for the legs. So that would be one of the, so this is after one cut, after 2 cuts. This is after 3 cuts. We do 4 cuts in total. So we're going to come along and cut this one. And make an even smaller isosceles right angle triangle. Now this 2 becomes the hypotenuse. And so you get 2 divided by root 2, or just root 2 for each of the legs there. But what do we care about? We care about this longest side of these small 16th pieces, 16th the side of the size of the original square. Okay, and you can see that, yeah, we just sort of, to get the hypotenuse, we just keep dividing by root 2 as we go along. And so our final answer is 2. The longest side on these is 2. And there it is. It gives us an answer of B. All right. So that's it for question number 18. Up next, of course, question number 19. I'll see you for that in the following video.